In thinking about what it is that a message is intended to accomplish, transparency is also an important ethical principle. In this course, we tend to discourage students from crafting messages that rely on hidden mechanisms for persuasion. Appeals that primarily work because they use unconscious impulses or unstated premises to achieve their ends don't do much for two-way or multi-party communication. Because your audience can't consent to participating with complete knowledge, you might be coercing rather than persuading. I'm not a big fan of subliminal messaging, in other words. When I read about salt shakers that are designed with fewer holes to discourage salt consumption, that seems to be a product that's defective by design. Even worse are sonic devices with high-pitched frequencies designed to dissuade teenagers with more acute hearing than their elders from shopping in certain establishments. Many argue that engineering behavior change can be important to promote health and safety. The authors of the book Nudge point to techniques designed to urge school children to consume more fruits and vegetables in cafeterias as examples of the value of subtle forms of persuasion. This brings us to one of the most vexing issues for rhetoricians. How much should we borrow from the techniques of persuasion that succeed in the advertising industry or in the field of public relations? Many argue that the beginnings of mass marketing of persuasion goes back to Sigmund Freud's famed nephew, Edward Bernays, who wrote a number of books about techniques for opinion change, including Crystallizing Public Opinion, Propaganda, Public Relations, and the Engineering of Consent. Bernays is a complicated figure. He developed campaigns that promoted civil rights and the causes of African Americans, but he also developed campaigns with similar liberatory rhetoric that encouraged fashionable American women to smoke, when before it had been frowned upon as an activity for the fair sex. In shaping the field of public relations, there were many other innovators, including Walter Lippmann, who wrote Public Opinion in 1922, and Clem Whitaker and Leon Baxter, who developed modern techniques for polling. Today, shaping public opinion is both an industry and a thriving research field in which many psychologists, sociologists, and cognitive scientists work.